Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be making some homemade buttermilk biscuits. So if you're ready to learn how to make some buttery flaky goodness, stay tuned. This recipe is pretty simple, so we're going to start with 4 cups of all-purpose flour. Sorry about the view, it's a little close up and I do apologize. I shot this in the wrong aspect ratio, so please forgive me for the up close view. Now, once you get all of your flour into your bowl, we're going to start adding in our additional ingredients such as our baking powder, baking soda, salt, and onion powder. So we're going to whisk these in pretty thoroughly together. Make sure it's well incorporated into your AP flour. Once completed, we're going to start adding in our butter. So I have 2 sticks of butter that I use. That's chilled in the fridge, not in the freezer. You don't want these to be rock hard. You want them to be just really, really cold so that you're able to properly mix them into the flour mixture. So what I like to do with mine is just break it up gently inside the flour. I know, don't touch it with your fingers, you're gonna melt the butter. Don't worry about that. If you have chilled your butter thoroughly, this process will not take long and it'll lead to a flakier biscuit. Now you see here, I'm just pressing these between my thumb and forefinger. I want these to be little flat slivers instead of chunks. I think these fold into the biscuit dough way better than, when we're using the biscuit cutter and you're having those larger chunks that are within your biscuits. These, I think, give it a more even distribution within the layers so that it's going to properly puff up when you get these into the oven. So next, I know, a little controversial, who's adding eggs into biscuits? Me, I am. So I'm going to be adding 2 eggs into this recipe. Just go ahead and mix them up really well because we want them to combine evenly within the dough. I just made a little well to pour these in to make it easier to mix after. So now we're going to add in some buttermilk. If you don't have buttermilk, just use regular whole milk and like a tablespoon, maybe a tablespoon and a half of vinegar, and let it sit for just a few minutes, and that will create your buttermilk to be used. Here you see me just mixing this all together, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to be mixing this until everything is well incorporated. So I only poured about half of my buttermilk in initially, and now I'm just going to start pouring in as much as needed until everything has come together. It's really important during this step to just pay close attention to your flour and make sure that we're not adding too much, just very little at a time until everything is well combined. Oopsies. All right, so everything is looking good. We're going to go ahead and pour this out onto our counter, and we're going to start using our hands to get this all put together. This is not your traditional bread dough, so we're not going to be kneading this. We're just simply going to be pushing everything together to make it completely cohesive, a cohesive dough. The more you work this, the tougher it'll be. So just make sure we're only pressing it together just very thoroughly instead of trying to knead the dough. You'll see here that I just continue to stack. I'll stack it, I'll flip it to press it together. You can kind of see those flakes those layers starting to form in the dough already. But what we're going to do is just continue to push it together, make it a cohesive dough. Every little bit counts. So just add flour as needed. There's going to be some sticky bits that are going to require just a little bit of flour to keep everything going. So just sprinkle on a little bit as you go. It's not going to hurt the dough at all. So now that we've gotten that pretty much all together and everything is, there's no dry pockets of flour anywhere, we're going to start to roll this out into a large triangle. Excuse the biscuit fingers. I did not want to stop and wash my hands at this point, knowing that I was going to have to continue to touch the dough. So yeah. You see all those buttery pieces that are in the dough? Those are going to fluff up quite nice. Make us some nice layered biscuits. Also, make sure you keep your buttermilk mixture, any leftover, to the side. We are going to be using that to put on top of our biscuits to help them brown better. So here you see that I am going to be cutting these into squares, kind of squares. It's a little rounded. I was not going to try and make this a perfect rectangle or square. I just needed the shape to mostly be there. My kids will eat this either way, so will I. So it does not have to be perfect. You are going to have some that are going to look absolutely gorgeous, and they're going to taste just as delicious as the ones that are on the corners. So make it your own, shape it the way you want it. So now we're just going to get these laid out on our sheet. And I did not bake up everything. I did leave some to freeze. This recipe is really great for freezing. So I only baked up about half of the batch that we just created. Now, granted, you can make as many or as little as you want, just depending on the size that you make yours. So if you don't want really big biscuits, then you can make them small. If you want really big biscuits, make them big. It's just, whatever your preference is. You may have to cook it a little more or cook it a little less depending on the size. But for anything that's about a 3x3, you're going to be fine between that 15 to 18 minutes for the baking time. So we're going to get these just popped on into the oven at 400, like I said, for about 15 to 18 minutes. And once completed, this is what you will have. Beautiful golden brown biscuits that are absolutely delicious. Just look at all those flakes. Look at all those layers. Just imagine buttering these up with some jam. I'm gonna top them with some sausage gravy. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you make these and let me know how you like them.